at the base of the head, it's really plastic. But if I move up the head a little bit here, you can probably see a line of demarcation that indicates where the rubber part really begins. And that is how the blades are attached to the rest of the plastic cartridge. And what that results in is a head that, of course, flexes, but comparatively it is much stiffer than cartridges you might find on competing brands, such as the Gillette Fusion, the Schick Hydro, the Dorco Pace, any of the traditional 5-blade, 6-blade razors. Okay, so the cartridge is essentially one piece tethered by these rubber parts on the side. There is no hinge on the cartridge. The back of the cartridge simply, it has a little stop there so you can't go too far back. Not that you necessarily would when you were shaving, but the flex of the cartridge very well may provide for a more consistent shave experience where the 5 blades stay in contact with the skin as you move. Now, the sell on the other razors is that it contours your face and it moves, with your strokes, but if it moves too freely and easily, a fair question is, are the blades constantly in contact with the skin? Now, one might argue that with the, let's say, Fusion, you have to press much harder to keep the blade on the skin, and pressing down on the whiskers, pressing down on your skin is not optimal for the closest shave. Now here with the Harry's, and when I shaved with it for the first time, I did notice that because this was a little bit less flexible, a little bit more rigid, although still forgiving in that it does flex quite easily, but I felt like the blades were on contact with the skin, therefore able to shave more efficiently and effectively with each pass. So the result, fewer passes, and with each pass a more efficient shaving stroke. Comparatively, here is the Gillette Fusion, and we can see with the Gillette Fusion that just touching it, it is very easy to move that. So as that is on your skin, is there too much movement on there? And to counter the movement, the tendency would be to press a little harder to keep all the blades in contact with the skin. So here's the back of the Fusion, and we can see the hinge part in the back here and how easily that moves. And one more, here is the Dorco Pace, very similar, very popular alternative to the Fusion. Now, it's interesting that the Dorco Pace is not quite as flexible as the Fusion, nor does it have the range of motion of the Fusion. It doesn't tilt back quite as far, and turning to the back once again, we can see it indeed does have the traditional hinge. So that's the big difference between the Harry's razor and the rest of the competition, is that lack of hinge and slightly stiffer flexibility. Sounds like a paradox, stiff flexibility, but that's what it is. I might point out that you have your aloe strip, you have the fins on the bottom, common with all multi-blade razors. I don't find this any more or less effective on the Harry's blade as with the Fusion or the Dorco product. I'm not completely sold on this aloe strip. If you have a good shave cream on that is lubricating and efficient, I really feel this is more marketing than anything else. So hope that helps. Good luck.